Hello, Justice Cury here. An incredible, exciting adventure you're about to witness. Now, I don't always show my scores when I go, oh, I got a big lot of vintage toys. I don't make videos constantly, but this one I had to document because it was amazing, it was fun, and I'm going to show you. It's right here. It's going to blow your mind. But I want to show you when it rains, it pours. This is just a little taste. This happened a few days ago, unrelated to the other one. So, as you can see, I love G.I. Joes. Some are ones I already own. Some are ones I don't have. And then just a massive pile of He-Man figures. I already have all the He-Man figures, but when you find them for garage sale prices, hey, I like to keep them around. Then people go, hey, Justice, do you have such and such? Well, I do. So I'm going to go through. First, I'm just going to give you a little overview. Then I'll set it all up, put my kids to bed. Actually, I'll put my kids to bed, set it all up, and then we'll go through. But I just wanted to give you a taste. I just brought it in from the car. It filled up my entire car of bin after bin of G.I. Joes, carded He-Man figures, and accessories. I mean, look at this. You just don't see this every day, and that's why Hot Toys Sideshow Boba Fett that is going in my personal collection. Oh, these beautiful, just a pile of vintage toys, the ones I love the most, and my friends love, and you love because you're watching this. So stay tuned, stay in a moment. I'm going to pause it. It's going to seem seamless, and I'll be back, and we'll explore it. We'll dive in. I'll tell you the story. Hey guys, Justice Cury here for a very exciting episode. This one was shot over the course of about a week and a half, so I'm going to be wearing different clothes. I'm going to kind of splice it together, but I got a massive toy collection from one of my good friends. And later at the end of the video, I talk with another buddy, Rob Ross. We kind of talk about flipping toys, because I want to show you all these wonderful toys, but the reason I'm buying toys is because it's like a snowball. My collection has slowly been rolling down. It started off as, a little marble going down the hill, collecting snow, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's self-sufficient now. It's pretty fun because I need to constantly buy new toys to be able to sell toys, to be able to buy other toys that I want. For example, in my early days of collecting, I would need to buy things that I really needed, really wanted, really needed, sell off some extras. But now that I've accomplished many of my goals, there's not a lot that I need anymore. And now the stuff I need is super rare, super hard to find, and obscure things that just give me warm, fuzzy feelings. So now when I buy collections, I either sell them, trade them, what have you, and then I take that money and then I can pour it into this weird, obscure Argentina figure that I want, or a bootleg, or this or that. Just to let you know why I buy toys that I don't necessarily want or need. I like to stay within my wheelhouse, though. Like He-Man figures. I know He-Man. I know roughly value. I love He-Man figures, and that's why I buy them. Star Wars, there's always a crazy market for them. People will be collecting Star Wars long after I am gone. He-Man, unless there's a big movie that hits, my kids, they're probably not going to really care about He-Man. But my great-grandchildren are going to love Star Wars. Same with G.I. Joe. Who knows if G.I. Joe will stand the test of time. I think they will. Anyway, so stay tuned. I'm going to go through this, but then I even have a better haul than this at the end. You're going to be very shocked. Tons of mint on card, tons of primo stuff. So let's go through. Again, this is a good friend of mine that wanted to thin down his collection, different priorities in life. So he calls me up and says, Justice, come on over, bring a pocket full of money. And I need to always have decent money on hand, because if I used family funds, my wife would murder me and I would disappear and I would go on Unsolved Mysteries. So I have to have a nice chunk of money. Oh gosh, I love this. I love this vehicle. Great condition. Tendril from the Humanoids line. I already have him. There's two versions. There's one with short teeth, or these little, not teeth, what am I thinking of? Tendrils? His name's Tendril. And these are tendrils. Tentacles? Who knows? But I bought them anyway. Yes! I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked easily. My wife is yelling at me, don't get sidetracked. And I'm not telling her I'm making a video. Blast attacked. I don't see his det cord, but that's fine. Beautiful box. I'll see if it's better. And that's what I've been doing. With this collection, I've been upgrading a lot of my personal things. So I'll look at this spider, and I'll look at this one, and I'll go over them and see which one has the better one. Say this box is better, but this has better contents, then I'll switch them and kind of take the best one and sell the other one. Oh, the birdie's in there. I think this was some type of mail away. Modulac, unpunched. Sweetness. He told me he never put it together. I have this set too that I have not put together too. But yeah, he just opened it. I think the insides are all still factory sealed and what have you. The New Adventures of He-Man. Not incredibly popular among collectors, but still neat nonetheless. I did have He-Man as a kid. Another mint tank. I got tons of them earlier, a few days prior. And I tried to buy this off him last time. I was over at his house, and he didn't want to sell, or his price was too high, and we worked out a more agreeable price. Like I said, Star Wars. You know, Star Wars, it's not my jam. I like some. I have some Star Wars. Let's see. Down here, like a TIE fighter. Boba Fett's my guy right over there. And this. But as far as collecting tons of loose figures, I didn't have them growing up, so not a huge sentimental tie to them. Get it? TIE fighter? Forlom. Funny backstory too. These I will definitely keep. The crossover kind of samurai modern figures. So here's one of them in there. It's still unused. Stormtrooper, Japanese battle samurai. The last lot I got from him had the Boba Fett. If you don't have these, buy them now. Ooh. Mail away. Jedi Luke. And this is pretty freaking amazing. The TIE Fighter. More Star Wars. I had a buddy. The only thing that's not in this collection is because I came home real late last night with it. Went straight to bed so I could go to work in the morning. But before I started filming this, a friend came over to drop something off. Some bootleg or knockoff He-Man-esque figures. Time Lords, Time something. I can't remember the names of them. He owed me those from a deal we made months ago. And then he's just like, oh, you got such and such Star Wars figure. I'm like, hey, it's for sale. He's like, trade me. I can't trade right now. I spent way too much money. And he didn't have really things that I needed. Especially the Ewok series. There are some major... droids is what I'm thinking are the super expensive ones. The Emperor. That was a mail away. Royal Guard. And Jawa. I sent it to another collector friend. Pictures of these. He's like, I need the Jawa. I'm like, okay. And where we started in the beginning. Here's boxes. Let me open this up so I can close it properly. You guys are like, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, by the way, while you're looking through this. Blaster Hawk. And then loads and loads of figures that I will go through later, match up, baggy. Then I kind of like being that guy where someone goes, hey, do you have such and such figure? And I say, well, yes, I do. Venom movies coming out. Again, you might be watching this 10 years from now and be like, that came out a long time ago. And it was amazing. Well, I haven't seen it yet. So don't tell me how it goes. Here's another one of the box that you had just seen for that Stormtrooper. Moving right along. Moving right along. Nothing of major significance in here. Some modern G.I. Joes, Legos. What I love, though, are these Toxo zombie vipers. And he has tons and tons of them I got from him. Bam. Oh my gosh, precariously. Check this out. This will be filled fairly soon. Sold a majority of my video game collection. Because it was just taking up room. I wanted to keep the ones that I truly liked. I was trying to be a completist at one point and go, I'm going to get all 750 whatever NES games. I did a YouTube video about it. And then I'm like, why am I keeping? I don't need to be a completist. I have like 500 of them. I don't need those other 250 of them. Let's just thin down the ones I don't care about. Keep the ones that are sentimental. I did that. Now I have these, like all these used to be video games. Now it's condensed down. Just those little things. And I'm going to fill this up with luscious, wonderful toys. Back to these. More and more zombie vipers. Super excited about the art of the He-Man universe. I'll definitely go through this later on. Some animation cells. Oh, wow. Look at that. How can I see this? Can you see that all right? Why can't I see? I want to see the back. I want to see what I want to see what you're seeing right now. But for whatever reason, it's not letting me. Hook up. And I lost the place. That's all right. Just put it in here. It's all good in the hood. So toys, more toys. So that's just the little toppings. Wait till you get to the actual cake, which I don't like cake. That's a bad analogy. Stay tuned. You're going to see some wonderful things. Hello, it is I. Yes, I'm ready to show you the massive collection. You are going to be ecstatic. But there's also a somber moment because these toys came from people's collections. I mean, look at them. I'm going to go in detail all of this crazy amazingness. But like many of the collections I buy, I'm buying them from people that built a collection, and sometimes they're selling it for desperation. In this case, it was a good buddy of mine that I've known several years, and he just kind of lost his passion. He's like, I have new priorities in life. Toys aren't my number one. I got XYZ going on. I don't feel like listing it all on eBay. He's like, I know you're gonna sell this stuff, and I have no problem, but there's a time. I mean, this is gonna take me months to sell. And I don't care because it's fun. I love toys so much. And I get to upgrade. I've already upgraded several figures on my wall. So I wanted to talk about a little bit of the negativity that comes with it. Because it's not like I'm giving him high five every time he sells me something. These are pieces of him that took him a while to acquire. But I understand that. And I'm not taking this to the grave. Like, these toys are going to go someplace else. I can't keep this forever. We're all going to move on eventually. But let's not keep talking about negative things. And I'm going to even talk about this topic more in depth with my buddy later on. So stay tuned. I got an expert coming on the show. I don't really know how else to do this, but just dive in. I'm just going to dive in, show you what was included in this lot, because I'm excited. And I've purposely not posted any pictures on Facebook, because if I post a picture of this on Facebook, I will get inundated with messages from my friends and strangers. Not just 5, 10, 50, no, 50, 100 messages. Is that for sale? Is this for sale? Is this for sale? What is this? Well, let me see conditions, more pictures, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not ready for that. I don't want to burn bridges of my friendships, like going, oh, you sold him that before me. I'm going to take it all in. I'm sharing this with you. I'll probably sell a chunk of this before I even post this video you're watching. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite thing is. Like, put in the comments below. Oh man, I love that the most in your collection. Or, oh, that's so cool. I want to hear from you. So, no rhyme or reason, I just started throwing some G.I. Joes on the pile here. This will stay in my personal collection. I don't have a water moccasin yet. Probably upgrade the Cobra Wolf. Beautiful. There was some modern figures, but even though I'm not a big modern guy, I love them. Oh, check this out. Oh, the Argentina black version of Storm Shadow, Ninja Coup. So there's the vintage version, and then the modern version. Some other ones, the Piranha, and he had tons. Coincidentally, many of these that I rebought for my friend, I had sold him throughout the years. And it was, it's fun. I mean, I love holding on to these things. And I keep going back to negativities because it's fresh. A big lot that I bought from my buddy a while back. He got butthurt and had seller's remorse later on, and it caused rifts in our friendship. And he knew I was buying it to resell it, upgrade my own stuff, and sell it. I mean, you have to spend several thousands of dollars at one time. And he wished he didn't do it 6 months down the line. And he's mad at me, and I'm like, how can you be mad at me? So it's those kind of things make collecting bittersweet. There's some negativity toward it. I wish I never bought the stuff from him. I told him if I could go back in time, I would not buy it. I'll probably edit that out. Or maybe not. Who knows? It's fresh, it's raw, it's me. Crimson Guard, the Python Patrol version. You know what? I've never held on to that figure. That's cool. Frag, I upgraded him already. I haven't gone through all these, just a few, before I went out to dinner with my wife, and because today is a new day from the very first video you saw. But I upgraded like 5 of them, and this was my old one on my wall, and now I have a beautiful one back there. Custom. So someone took an Action Force, the UK version of card art. If there even was an Action Force Cobra Commander, I'm not even sure. I'm sure there was, but maybe there wasn't. Ooh, Sessa the Pool. Ooh, nice. Japanese, I think. Japanese, nice. Major Blood. Oh my gosh. Takara Tony. It's one of my buddies. Metalhead. Another custom. But that's a real figure in there. So even though it's a custom, heck, if no one wants that, someone will want it. Nice. Snake Eyes. One of my favorites, the Vipers. Rampart. Crystal Ball. I gotta go fast because there's just so many. And my collection is only 83 to 89. And people go, why don't you have 82? Well, I have a combination of 82 and 83. But 82 and 83 have the same exact card art. And I'm more concerned about the card art. I don't need to duplicate my card art up there. So I digress. But, oh man, it's probably a better version than mine. Yes. More modern, you probably don't care about, or maybe you do. Just gonna show you anyway. But it's a way cheaper alternative. You know, you spend $10 on this instead of the vintage one. Similar looking. Vintage one's gonna run you 100 plus. So, hey, why not? Economical. Oh, Battle Android Trooper. The version 2 bats. I like this one. My friend Josh and I used to play with that. And I would try to trade him, and he would never trade. Ooh. I think I'm going to make sure that's not worth a ton of money and then open it. Or even if it is worth a ton of money, who cares? It's mine. I've already upgraded my personal Castle Grayskull. And I didn't know. I'm like, oh, which one do I want more? And I realized on the back, it's not going to do me much good because you don't see the other one. But this is the 83 version. And the other one is the 82. So the background was different on that. And I went, I like it. It's a little more crisp than the HEMAN. Just surprised my friend sold. But we went individually. He knew what they were worth. So we went and negotiated each one individually. Each one. Cobra Khan. Spike-Or. There'll be ones I upgrade in my personal collection, I'm sure. I just haven't gotten to that yet because it was only yesterday since I bought this and I had to work today because I have a real job. Clamp Champ. Web Store. Dragster. A foreign Gwildor. Blade. What do we got back here? Reel to the Blast, y'all. Nice. I hope I didn't offend anybody with that weird accent that I just said, y'all. I immediately take that back. Snout Spout. The Deluxe Large Cards. Beauteous. Getting back here. Beast Man. Evil Lynn back in the corner. Rock on, rock off. This is kind of cool. Let me show you. Just because our Mega Laser did not have, I mean, it looked the same, but this is the foreign version, did not have Man-at-Arms and that neat artwork right there. What else did I get? Whiplash, King to the Randor. Oh my goodness. Look at that card, guys. Oh, just toy drunk. Ooh. Oh, I love toys so much. And if I could work as puppet. Wow. I've never had a Boglin this large. There's a lot of I nevers today. Woo. I have to practice with him a little bit more. But Boglins are sweet, as are unpunched Horde Troopers. Gosh. Man, oh man, oh man. Kitty, get out of here. Mantenna. Fisto. Get some Star Wars stuff, which I have these already. I just need to upgrade if need be. Boba Fett's my jam, as is, 90% of the world's population. Everyone loves Boba Fett. But this is the Japanese looking version. Isn't that neat, guys? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And the Sideshow version, which I've already set here. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Who else? Fisto, Grizzlor, Mechanic, Rockon's twin brother, Stondar, Orko. Oh man, I think that bubble's way clearer than my one in my collection. So my stuff is a mess. Oh yeah, here's my Orko. Look at that. But it's apples, not apples and oranges, but lesser two evils. You got a big rip right there. No rip. Beautiful card. Yellow bubble. Non-yellow bubble. It's just like, which one do I choose? There are two. Two Orcos enter. Only one can come out alive. Leech. Oh, gosh. Trap Jaw. That is beautiful. Jits. Fistos. Nemesis. Battle Beast. You know I love Battle Beast. Here's a full set. Not including the Laser Beast. Now the first set of carded Battle Beast I've gotten. Oh, look at that artwork! Ah! But I'm a completist. This is a trail I don't want to go down. I'm halfway tempted on just keeping one and then selling the others. I don't know. It's all too fresh. What am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm... Oh my God, there's even more. Big boa. This one. Croc-master. Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Toxo viper. And I'm not a rich man. How I bought this, it just, the stars aligned. I had the right amount of money from some other good business dealings that I had in the past with selling some stuff. And it's my toys. I don't use any of my family money. None of my family money, or my wife would kill me, divorce me. I've seen many marriages collapse and relationships fall apart because guys get in over their head because this stuff is expensive. So I have a self-sustaining hobby. I buy large lots. I keep what I want. I sell the rest. And then I was able to do that over the course of years. And it just kept snowballing. And then I meet all these different people and these relationships I get. And then I have to go, okay, I need to keep a certain amount. And then I Mama Don't Know Fund and PayPal. And so then when these big lots come along, I can buy them. And then I can keep doing that and find those rare figures that I need from Argentina and Brazil and the crazy ones that don't come along that cost a lot of money for my personal collection. Just how I do it. So guys, you got an overview. Now we're going to talk to Rob Ross. Rob Ross, I'm going to introduce him. He's a great guy. He does this stuff for a living, and he's having fun with it. He's part of our community of toy collectors and sellers, but sometimes you gotta buy, sell, because again, I'm not passing this all along to my doubt my kid someday, Brandy or BB and little Junior is gonna go, I want the same exact things that Dad wanted and have this. No, my dad collected cars, and not cars, but he worked on cars and snowmobiles and whatnot. That was his passion. I didn't inherit this gene of collecting, so I doubt I'm going to pass down that gene, especially since I adopted my kids. So there are no adopted genes. Oh my gosh, I'm talking too much. I'm letting you know too much of my personal knowledge, so I will just show this. And I brought with me a special guest in studio, a man, the myth, the legend. His name is Rob Ross. How are you, Rob?
How's it going, Mr. Justice Cury?
It is going well. And the reason I brought Rob on is because he is an artful, masterful seller of toys and many other things. And I have to sell. We all have different motivations why we sell. I have to sell to maintain my collection. Some people sell to maintain their lifestyle or a business and whatnot. And I've seen a trend, a very small trend in the community of collectors about how we kind of get vilified about reselling toys. It's like, well, you bought it for a $50 toy for $1, you should sell it for $1. And there's this weird mindset. So again, that's why I brought Rob on here, just to go back and forth, because, you know, I'm not going to admit it. Maybe I will. He's a wise man. He's a very wise man. So tell me, just introduce yourself a little bit first. Who are you? You're Rob Ross, but what does Rob Ross do?
Well, as you can see, I'm calling here from Cobra headquarters here. So, I'm a reseller, and all of us are bad. So Cobra, I'm protected by the Iron Grenadier.
Oh my! Look at this, people. These are all on the wall. I know it's not crystal clear on the GoPro, but those are all Annihilators. And then on this side are carded, mint on card MOCs, all of the same figure.
That whole tub is full of ones that haven't processed yet. There's more over there too. I'm a little obsessed.
Now tell me the story of Annihilators. Why that figure?
Well, as a kid, I never had Annihilators. As a matter of fact, he didn't come out to the year after I stopped collecting.
Yeah.
But as an adult, when I started buying toys again, I actually went to a flea market and I found a guy with an Annihilator, and they're purple and orange, so not really your traditional, army colors. And I found one in a bag, and it was complete, and he just had a few bucks on it, and all the other ones, the army builders, were quite a bit more expensive. So I asked the guy, why is this thing so cheap compared to the rest of them? And he said, well, he's a piece of crap. He's not figured. And man, the part of me that loves the underdog, the part of me that was bullied as a little kid is like, oh man. So since then, I have bought every Annihilator that has appeared anywhere. And there's actually one in your house right now. Oh, while you're at work, you're getting robbed.
Who told you this? You put a bug in here. You wiretapped my room. I knew it. So that's awesome, man. And you live in what state?
I'm in Southwest Missouri. I'm an Ozark hillbilly. I'm a hillbilly all the way through.
Oh my goodness. And in your business that I want to go to so bad, it's almost becoming a new GI Joe mecca. So Kokomo in I think Indiana was always known GI Joe, GI Joe, GI Joe for years and other toy lines, but now in the collecting community there's been another new name coming up. And it happens to be owned by you. What's it called?
We have changed our focus. I've actually been a pawn shop slash gun shop slash retail repair. We've done all this stuff for years. We've actually got a couple of retail locations, but our main location in Boliver, Missouri, is now 90% toys, vintage toys. And of those 90% of those, we have what I've been told is we have the largest display in a retail setting of vintage GI Joes anywhere in the world.
Jeez, oh Pete, and I don't know if what's the square footage roughly? Do you have any idea?
5,000 square feet of toys, about 4,000 square feet of Joes.
4,000 square feet, and I've watched many of his live videos, and it's breathtaking. Literally walking from one end to the other of just display rack. There's so many GI Joes, constant GI Joes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Peddler's
Post. We have over 1 million
Peddler's
pieces of GI Joe on the first floor.
1 million pieces of GI Joes. Peddler's Post. That is awesome. So kind of this negativity that collectors have toward resellers, and granted, I mean everyone has a little aspect to collect without using your personal money. You have to resell. That's how I do it. I mean, I buy a collection with, say, hypothetically 100 pieces, and I'm not going to spend eBay prices on it, and I may only want 20% of those items in there for my personal collection. So I keep 20. I try to sell the other amount to either break even or make some more money, so I'm getting part of my collection for free, and then the hobby self-sustains itself, and then I make some more money to just keep snowballing, and it keeps, fine-tuning, and then you become part of the community and getting these figures into the hands of guys that love it, and I just, what are some of the arguments that you're hearing from others, and in your response to it?
I was raised Baptist, and so every time anybody ever asked me to say anything, I always tell them everything I got to say, I say 3 points in a poem, just like every Baptist minister. So, the three things I think all the time about this is, number one, is that I didn't start off to be a seller. I started off collecting. I wanted to recreate my childhood Joe collection.
Yep.
And so what happened was I wanted that Airtight, and I wanted that Recondo, and I wanted I wanted the Duke, and I wanted the guys that I had. And so when I would go to, I'd go to eBay and I'd find an 85 Televiper complete. Oh, great, $6 or whatever it was at the time. But then, how eBay has listings, it would say Televiper and Snow Serpent, and what you do is it's DCA, dollar cost averaging. I can buy a Televiper by himself for $10 shipped, or I can buy a Televiper and 5 other guys for $15 or $20 shipped.
Yes.
So the fact, it was just simple math. I didn't intend to sell. I bought, and I had so much G.I. Joe stuff in my and my buddy Jason Tracy kept saying, "You've got to sell some of this stuff to fund your hobby." I'm like, I don't have to sell it, and I don't want to sell it. And so I started buying boxes because I love the way boxes look displayed. I love the way I ended up with 289 mint on card. Lots of mint on cards.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But I would find a guy that's had 30 mint on cards to sell as a lot only, but I only needed 5 of them. So I'd buy the whole lot, and then I'd think, what am I going to do with all these other ones? So I was giving them away as gifts. I gave away a mint on card Baroness. I gave away 2 mint on card Alley Vipers. I gave away like hundreds and hundreds of dollars in mint on card figures.
And I can confirm this because I know many of the people that he did out of the blue. No expecting something in return. It was just a random act of kindness, and I'm agreeing. I know for a fact what he's saying is the truth.
So I didn't realize, like, I was buying them in huge lots, so I was getting pretty good deals.
Yep.
I didn't realize the impact those people were paying really crazy money for them one at a time.
Yeah.
And so I started realizing, oh my gosh, I sent one to Jason Tracy. I gave him a Crimson Guard. I sent John Damiano a Baroness when he was in the hospital real sick, and people were like, oh my gosh, you got why are you giving these away to sell them? That never occurred to me to sell them, you know? So that part of me took a while to, you know, that's my poem, that's my story.
Yep.
But the 3 points is that most of the time when you're buying collections off of guys, this is the first point of this, is that guys who sell collections often do it when they're in a rough spot.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I've bought collections off of a guy because he's going through a divorce and has to pay for a divorce, or because he had a huge medical bill, or because his car broke down, or any number of like the custody battles, or whatever it is. And so often there's grief or misery attached to the sale. And so you're kind of like the funeral home director.
Right.
It's necessary. You know, nobody really wants to hang out with the funeral home director. I mean, have you ever socialized with one?
No.
You know? So when you have to have a funeral, you want an awesome one.
Yep.
You want them there. But outside of the funeral, you're like, I'm gonna keep my distance. So I think there's part of that. Like I had 2 guys message me tonight with huge collections. They've got to move, and you know their kids are off to college, and their wife said, "Get rid of this. We're moving," and they don't want to part with their childhood toys. So there's a weird sort of like almost grief associated with this, and so we're the guys that tend to come in during a grieving period or when something bad has happened, and everybody wants that guy around, but nobody likes that guy around.
Of course.
That's the first point.
Yep.
The second point is people see, you know, like the very first huge lot that I bought was actually in northern Indiana, and this guy had this massive collection, and he posted it up, and he said, "This is how much I want for it. I'm not willing to negotiate." Well, the first guy said, "Well, I'll do it, but I'll do $500 less." You know, the very first guy, even though the guy said, so I was like, "Man, that's a great deal. I'll give you exactly what you want for it." So there's in addition to you come around when people are grieving, you are involved in a competition, and anytime there's competition, people do get their feelings hurt. They get upset. I wasn't trying to, you know, be a jerk to the guy that bid $500 less, but the thing specifically said farmer. Well, I respected what he had to say, and I know somebody was mad at me about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing is that I do it it's part of my living now. I don't sell toys exclusively. I do tons of other stuff, but toys are the things that I actually enjoy selling the most.
Yeah.
But, you know, there is that connotation of these are fun things, these are toys, these are part of our childhood, these are joy. We're taking something and we're putting a greedy capitalist spin on something that should bring joy. And, you know, just like many years ago, I used to buy storage sheds before storage sheds had that TV show. And, you know, I have a pawn shop, and everybody thinks because they've watched Pawn Stars that they're, you know, they could do pawn shop. And now everybody sees people flipping toys, and they're like, well, I have people all the time message me and say, hey, man, I found this great lot I want to buy. Can you tell me what I should pay for it? And when I buy it, can you help me price out it?
Every day. You're in the public eye more than I am. So for every 5 messages I get, you get probably 25 messages. So I know those messages constantly.
And I have toy buddies, and I have tons of buddies in the toy world. I don't mind helping out. I have tons of stuff. The way I see it, we kind of got zoned. Like I don't go into Texas because Texas is Will and Will and Kenny. They're all over Texas. I don't bother them.
Yep.
You know, I've out Missouri and Kansas and northeast Oklahoma for myself. Krieger can have the rest of Oklahoma.
Yeah, Jacob Krieger can fight.
I feel like we've developed like these spheres of toy influence, and I won't go into yours if you don't go into mine.
Nah.
You know, unless there's a huge haul that somebody doesn't want to buy there. But we have some respect for each other. You know, I've messaged you about people selling stuff, and you message me.
Yep.
We try to help each other out on the lines. But there are certain toys that I want to have in my life, and sometimes I kind of buy a bunch of stuff that I don't want to get those toys.
Exactly.
And I turn around, like I was in Oklahoma the other day.
Positive things. I mean, you have meetups where, you know, you got kids coming in, and didn't you have some cosplayers coming into your store too recently?
Well, one of the coolest things you mentioned is our meetups. Every quarter we actually have a G.I. Joe meetup at my store where guys from all over the country come and they trade G.I. Joes and swap G.I. Joes. Kids dress up as their favorite character. That's right. We're not talking about adult kids or kids, you know. My best friend Bear showed up in a Winnie the Pooh costume. I mean, we're just having a good time. But what we're doing is we're sharing the joy of toys from our childhood with our kids.
Yep.
And it is true. To me, my G.I. Joe code name, somebody gave me the name Caretaker because I really do try to go out of my way to take care of people in this field and in the other parts of what we, not just this hobby, but the rest of them. And I say 2 things. Love your toys and take care of each other. Those are my 2 rules for what we do. there's nowhere in there in the rules that you can't make money doing both of those things. You know, we donate a huge chunk of our profits. We have a commitment of our profits from our toy goes to charity. Every year we take 25% of our profit every year from toys goes back into some charity.
25?
25% of our profit every year goes.
Come on, that's awesome, man. That
people think that's crazy or that I'm making that number up, but there's enough times where people have seen me do it. I think at this point they're probably I've got enough witnesses, and that's part of, you know, it's not my attempt to like try to make myself look better, but it's part of my saying I get it that people pay pretty good prices to get stuff, and we do pretty well. I feel like we are part of something more than just slinging toys. We're not just, as people refer to me, as a plastic crack dealer. That is not.
I get it all the time, plastic hustler and crack dealer, and I'm like, hey, I'm selling nostalgia and memories and the relationship. You make a sale to someone, and then they come back to you, or they have questions for you, or they ask you, hey, you know, now I'm looking for XYZ, and then you treat someone right, and they're gonna keep coming back to you, and you build these relationships, and then you meet them in person, and these bonds online become strong, and it's just an awesome dynamic. The community is just so fun, you know, that I'm diving into it and swimming around.
Get people who aren't in the community to understand. Some of my best friends in the world now are toy guys that I know from being on. Guys have literally traveled all over. We have people from Canada who've now visited my store.
Wow.
My toy friends are now amongst my best friends in my life.
Me too.
Connection. I talk to at least 3 or 4 of them on the phone every single day.
Yes.
You know? I actually, some of the guys that I met in the toy community in the last year, I've met a larger portion of honest to goodness good people in the last year with toys than in the previous 40 years of my life.
Wow. That's awesome. Gosh, there was one more point that I wanted to bring up.
You know, we were talking about halls earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few people that actually have capital to come and buy large halls.
Yeah.
And so you know, there's advantages to selling in a group. For example, if you break it up and sell it over to several people, shipping is a pain. And then if you have problems, you have to take care of. Then you have there is a huge, now a lot of people, because like I said, I own a pawn shop, and one of the things people do, they'll say, I can sell all these, whatever it is they're selling me on eBay. And I said, well, that's fine if you want to use eBay, that's your right. You got to pay fees, and you got to go through the auction process. But resellers, even though we get a bad rap, very few people out there are willing to drive all over the country with cash in hand to buy your stuff right now. No muss, no fuss. I'll pack it up. I'll walk out the door with it. And so you really do pay for quick cash and convenience. It doesn't mean that we're there to rip you off. I mean, our time is valuable too. But that is, you know, we're kind of like, who are you going to call? You know,
I learned a valuable lesson never to tell someone how much I paid for something, because it weirds people out. I don't know if you do the same thing. Because like literally I had a friend and I bought a Star Wars lightsaber, and I think I had to buy 3 of them together for $150 for 3, so $50 a piece, but I had to buy all 3 to get that value. So when my friend wanted one, I said, okay, you know, $75. And she's like, well, how much did you pay? And I told her $50, and she was mad at me, and I'm like, all right, I shouldn't have even told you how much I paid for it. So that was a misstep. But what I wanted to bring up to you is this whole new dynamic that's kind of surfaced on Facebook. I know we're doing a YouTube video right now, but if you're not plugged into these Facebook communities, please stop right now, get on Facebook, type in, there's so many, Vintage Toys in Action Figures, Lost Toys, ARAH, 1982 to 1994, the greatest... That's what was the greatest? How is it? They changed the name on me. The greatest toy show on earth. Group, the greatest toy group on earth. G.I. Joe Trader PX. I mean, there's tons of groups out there. G.I. Joe, HEMAN groups, everything groups. You name it. There's a group for it. But what I was getting at is live videos started, so you can have real time interactions with people, and they can comment, see you with a maybe 5 to 15 second delay, and they're seeing what you're saying, and then they can comment. So the brainchild right here, I'm just going to take credit for it once, said, you know what, I wonder on the G.I. Joe site, if I hold this up and I do an online auction, I said, and then people can comment $2, $7, $15. And I'm like, come on, oh, bid more than that. And we're creating competition. And, oh, you're going to let them bid. And because I can read all the comments that people are saying to me. And then, all right, we got 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, sold for $15. And then I write the person's name down. And I did 2 of them. Then someone else, Joe Balitz, did one. Then Rob Ross did one. And they freaking took off like wildfire. They have actual groups dedicated to these live auctions. But who has perfected it? One of the kings. The kings is this man right here. So tell me about some of these live auctions, what you've seen and noticed, and where you do them and how you do them.
Well, I mean, just like anything else in the world, once something starts getting successful, you begin to get imitators. So you poked the bear, and then the bear took over. So, and now I see live auctions. There isn't a group on Facebook you can go to and don't see live auctions all the time. I started off as my very first one. I was nervous, and so I went to the admins of a group called G.I. Joe, a renegade group, and said, I'm new here. I know you guys don't trust me. Would you be interested in letting me host a charity auction? And we donated all of our money to buy school supplies for a local school. We actually bought classroom supplies and filled a classroom project for them. And so they said yes. And at that time, that group had less than 2,000 members. Mm-hmm. And auctions that group is 2.5 times that size.
Yeah.
Loaded it. There are now, like you said, entire groups that are devoted to it. People, I do 3 live auctions a week. A huge portion of my toys get sold that way.
Yep.
It also has given me name recognition kind of all over the world in the G.I. Joe groups anyway. People from Australia are all like, oh man, we're coming to Australia. So we have groups that are guys who have, there are some times where people over the course of a 3-hour auction, it'll get 2,500 views in 3 hours.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
I've come back later and seen 7,000 views, and I'm thinking, who has enough free time to watch me?
What? 7,000 people. And basically, what's your strategy? I mean, just having fun. It looks like you're having fun because I see there's so many different styles. I tend to be a little more goofy and call things by the wrong name or fart around or just have fun with it. And some people are serious. Start a timer clock. You have 2 minutes. Beep. They start a timer clock real dry. They just describe it, tell the condition, and they sell it. Everyone's got their own style, and I'm not knocking anybody's. But what do you find that works and for you?
Ours is sort of like living room casual. We sit at my shop. We essentially invite people into my business, and we everybody has a nickname. The one thing I think we do better than just about anybody else is we excessively interact with the people in the auctions. Because
yes.
The person that comes up, and, by the way, this is my 7-year-old business partner. She's going to come by and say hi.
Hey, Rust Bucket.
Rust Bucket. She has her own G.I. Joe code name as well.
Nice.
She's a part of the auctions. We've really taken the whole Joe Bros thing to another level. We take care of each other. We donate part of our proceeds to a charity every week. It's an event. People actually now bring their kids to those. They take their phones attached to their TV, and people tell me they religiously watch my Wednesday night auction like it's a weekly sitcom.
I believe it. And it's more entertaining than TV because it's a mix of a reality show. It's funny. You're interacting with people, so people are saying funny comments, and you'll say snarky comments back to them, and it's
a lot of singing. We are very gimmicky. We have an assistant who's there with me every week, and we pull pranks on her. It's like a YouTube show. Like my kids into that Little People. What's it called? Little Club?
Yeah, Little Club.
The Little Club. It's like Little Club where we sell stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. What do you?
I have put in bank before. We do it every day, and like 5 times I put Joe Bros.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a very cool. They do a "What am I thankful for?" and she has. And that really is for us. G.I. Joe, we talk about the things that made us personal for us when I was a kid, but we want people to, it's a family thing. Mine's very family friendly. I don't allow any cussing. I don't allow any, any kind of innuendos at all. Yep. Because I know how many guys have their kids. I can't tell you how many guys who said, my kids, up until your auctions, had no interest in G.I. Joe at all. Now on Wednesday, like, Dad, it's Spends Day. That's what we call our auctions.
Spends Day. Spends Day.
I have a lot of guys who tell me their wives have no interest in their G.I. Joe hobby at all. but their wives have timers on their phones now so they don't miss it, because it really is like that. It's that weekly family get together where they watch, and it's all, and we treat it like a family reunion every week.
Yep. And I'll notice too, because someone will go, oh, go to Star Wars next, go to He-Man next, and you'll go over to your cabinet a He-Man, or oh, I just got these in 2 days ago, and start grabbing handfuls of stuff, and people start bidding, and we have fun with it, you know, and it's
where it's interactive, where they can control what's going on. Like I said, everybody gets a nickname. A lot of the times, the nicknames, guys get nicknames because they don't want their wives to know they're bidding on stuff. So their nickname is their cover, you know.
And we'll just pass around Big Bird, and he'll be raising money for different charities. So I thought that was funny, because that was just recently, only in the last couple of weeks.
Like, it really just is. There's no reason why we can't make money and do good things and have a good time. That's the way that it should be.
Indeed. So if the people watching this want to become your friend, do you accept random people friend request?
Man, I would love to, but I can't. For the last 3 years, Facebook has cut me off. I can't have more than 5,000 friends. And so I've had 5,000 Facebook friends. So if you want to like my store page, Peddler's Post Boliver, my page is 100% open to the public, though. So you can send me messages. You can comment on my Facebook page. I do tell people that I tend to make a lot of political jokes. So if you're sensitive politically, it may not be a place you want to hang out. But that isn't. I don't want to discourage anybody. But if I don't accept your friend request, it isn't because I don't like you. It is because I've been at the friend max for actually closer to 4 years now.
You can change that to someone can hit the follow button now.
Yes, I have 1,700 followers on top of my 5,000 friends. So,
awesome.
Please follow. I would love to have people interact and see. I want people to, to me, toy is synonymous with joy. And so one of the joys of this business is getting to see people excited about things they had as kids. And man, I tell you what, we give away toys to kids like we have a free toys in my store. Anytime a kid visits my shop with his dad, my last meetup, we gave away so many toys, it was ridiculous. Just random kids coming in there. I like seeing kids get away from electronics and playing with stuff that you use their imaginations.
Yep.
If you want to be a part of that, feel free to follow me on Facebook. It isn't, again, I don't ignore people's friend requests out of spite. I just can't accept more friend requests. I have to go through and delete people that I'm actually friends with so I can have toy guys.
That's hilarious. Well, cool, Rob. Thank you so much for talking with me and sharing your story, and hopefully people can relate to this story, and we'll just keep talking about toys and doing what we love.
Sure. And I also want to say, there's a lot of guys out there that are getting into the flipping toys thing. I really don't mind helping them figure stuff out. I don't have a problem. I believe that what's good for the goose is what's good for the gander. If I can show somebody else how to do it correctly and also instilling in the ethical principles that makes a good seller, it's good for everybody.
Yes.
I don't want people that also doesn't mean that I don't compete. I love competition.
Yeah.
The capitalist part of me enjoys it. I love, like, when in our little group chat when we're posting pictures of hauls, I love it when I have a huge haul. I hate it when you have a huge haul. I want people to be afraid to ask questions to resellers. I also want people to understand that you've got to be careful. There are some guys out there that aren't very ethical.
Yeah.
Will rip you off. And find some of the big name people. Ask questions in the groups. If someone's giving you a hard time for asking questions in a Facebook group, just keep asking, because somebody who isn't going to be like that will catch you.
Yep.
Every hobby, every department, everything has people that are negative.
Yep.
Our goal is to have a good time with this. Your room is awesome, man. It reminds me of what happened if an earthquake hit a KB toy store. I love the pictures here. I want other guys and gals to love the toys from their childhood. I want other people who want to do this for a living to do it the right way.
Right.
So I want to help out with that as much as I can. So don't be afraid to ask me questions. I mean, I'm sure you answer questions when you have time, too.
For sure.
Message me about stuff. If you have huge lots for sale, too, don't feel bad about talking to one of us. We buy big lots of stuff all
Justice
the time.
Cury. Only call Justice Cury. I closed the laptop. If you have large lots, Justice Cury, not Rob Ross.
If you need to get a ton of money for it, you're not willing to budget, Justice is the guy for you.
Even if you're in his town, I will drive to his town and pick up any lots that you have for sale.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to rob you.
Too funny. Too funny. Well, cool, man. It was fun hanging out with you, brother, and I'm sure we'll chat soon.
All right, have a good night.
All right, later on. Bye. Rob Ross, everyone. ROSS. Yeah, just spur of the moment. I didn't expect to bring him on. I was talking about toys, and I was seeing some negativity online, directed at other resellers, and I went, you know what? This will just be a good time just to talk about reselling, because every collector does it, not to Rob Ross's level. He's at like the max level of doing it, and then I'm just doing it to support my habit, and there's many other collectors out there that do the exact same thing, supporting their habit by buying toys, selling toys. And there's some collectors that don't do that. They don't like selling toys, so they just buy them. They buy, and it turns into a hoarding situation. But it's overwhelmingly positive. There's so many cool people out there. Get plugged into those Facebook groups. You will make friends. I mean, I met Rob in person, and it was through these toy groups. We did a meetup in the Midwest, where a ton of G.I. Joe guys got together and hung out for 2 days. Adult men talking about toys, hanging out and bonding. Just people from all, I mean, there's Canada and Florida and Michigan and New York, and everyone's converging and sharing this passion. People that might have not have had any other common threads in their life, but it's the toys, it's the friendship, it's the community, and it makes it all worth it. So these toys are not the grails. The people, your friends, take care of each other. Those are the real treasures. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Tell me what you think of the video.